We're going to look at some of the best practices for making chart recordings. Hummingbird recommends that you use a crisscross pattern when you're doing your recording to yield the best results when you create an auto chart map. Here we have an example of this. The yellow areas indicate a little shallower depth, and the dark blue and lighter blue indicate a little deeper water. I'm going to create the map from this. The color really helps pick out the shallow and the deep areas. I'm going to also create the 3D map. And this gives you a pretty good picture of what it's like down there. You can see the high areas and then dropping off, and then of course you can rotate that around to get a better angle and pick things out. Viewing this 3D image really shows you the power of using a crisscross pattern. You get the best coverage and the best resolution. This chapter I want to show you that using more than one recording or a recording with lots of turns is going to give you better results than looking at a return where you go in a straight line or minimal turns. So what I've got an area here on Lake Fork. It's called Johnson Lake, and the Lake Master map does not show this on it, so it's an interesting feature. So what I'm going to do is, I've got many recordings here I've made over time and some that I've edited already. I'm going to load these individually and look at them. So let's get that started. I'm going to map right here, and let's say I'm going to open Open 405. So it shows me that, and I can look at my map, and that really doesn't tell me a whole lot. Not a lot of features there. If I look at it in 3D, again, not many features there. I'm going to open another one now. This one has a lot of zigzags in it, and this is, as I said before, this is a dam to an old lake that was out here, Johnson Lake, and it goes out here and makes a bend here and goes down that way. And you can see where it's trying to render that a little bit, but it's not quite right. If I draw my map, you can see this portion of it pretty good, but then the zigzags don't really correspond to what's down there. These high spots do, though, there on the path. And if I look at that in 3D, looks a little better, but it's still not quite accurate. So I'm going to clear that out. Select map here. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to load a file, an ACI file that I have previously made. I need to come down here and select the type to ACI. And Johnson Lake ACI. I will open that up. Now, this is all those recordings we looked at a minute ago, and now I'm going to create a map. It looks much better. Create the 3D image of it, and look at that. I can look at this, and right off I can see there's a cut in this dam right here, some smaller cuts here. Let me get out of this. I'm going to come down here, map recenter, and look at my 3D again. And up the top end is pretty nice because you can see it coming down here. And here's a big cut. Obviously there's a real deep area right here. There's a kind of a ridge here and a ridge here with some drop-offs. This is a pretty good area to fish. It gathers a lot of bait fish in this area, and of course the predators hang around here as well. So that's an interesting lesson on making sure that you use as many recordings and as varied to get the best results when you do your AutoChart map.